Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Dan Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Hooker. You see Justin, you see Romell, so you know we're here to talk some ball. So, guys, the NFL Awards show is this week, actually Thursday. Who do you guys have for the NFL MVP?
I'll go first. I think I've been pretty outspoken about this for a few weeks, probably a month now. I'm gonna go Matthew Stafford. Like I said last week, I believe Matthew Stafford is in his second prime right now. He had 46 pass touchdowns, 8 interceptions with a QBR rating of 109.2. Completion percentage of 65. He absolutely bought out this season. I think he was arguably one of the best quarterbacks from this season. If you look at it, even though the Rams, suffered a hard loss against the Seattle Seahawks in the conference championship, I still think that Stafford was definitely the best quarterback from this past season. What I'm saying, he's proved that he's definitely a top five quarterback in my opinion. I think he definitely, with this MVP, I think he will leap into that top five conversation. If you look at it, man, he had games. He had a stretch where he did not throw an interception for like a month straight. He just threw like touchdowns after touchdowns. And a lot of people will say, had maybe some of his touchdowns were goal line fades to Devontae Adams or like some slants, but it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the man still balled out this season. He had like multiple games with four passing touchdowns. So I think I'm gonna lean this way to Matthew Stafford.
People act like goal line phase is an easy pass to throw. That's not an easy pass to throw. That's like
Yes, it's that
good.
not. You got to throw it over the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, bro. Like it has to be perfect. Like that's not an easy pass to throw, regardless. But yeah, I'm with Romell. Like I'm taking Matt Stafford. I know Drake Bay has a really good argument. I guess the biggest argument that I keep hearing for people who are Drake May fans is look at the weapons around. He doesn't have as stacked of a cast around him as Matt Stafford. Yeah, that's cool and all, but I mean that's just what it is. I think Drake May has done elite in the position that he is and being able to get his team there and everything. But unfortunately, a lot of times this award comes down to stats and who played better in those statistics. So I think it's going to be Matt Stafford. In my opinion, it should be Matt Stafford. He has played better football to me. I think Drake May is just he's he has elevated the rest of his team past what we thought they would be just because we didn't put a high ranking on them early on. I don't think that should be a knock on Matt Stafford. Like we put a higher ranking on him and they performed and he still exceeded. So I'm giving Matt Stafford that MVP.
Yeah. I think we all can agree the Georgia boy wins the MVP. Uh,
Bro
Matthew
had to,
Stafford. But
The
he had to
Georgia
slide,
Bulldog alumni.
absolutely had to slide that in. It was
yeah.
government mandated.
Oh, okay. My bad. But I think for what Matthew Stafford's done, Romell hit it on the nail, saying that Matthew Stafford is in his second prime. Uh, we saw Matthew Stafford come into the Rams with high expectations of them saying, "Hey, we traded away our future franchise quarterback Jared Goff, where they viewed him, and we traded him you, and we gave us some picks. So you need to come out and deliver for us." And he has done everything for that. He's gave them a Super Bowl. He probably will give them another one before his time is up in Los Angeles. But for right now, Matthew Stafford, he's easily this MVP. I could see an argument for Drake May, but at the same time, it's like, uh, for what Matthew Stafford has done, the streaks that he went on this season, I think that Matthew Stafford is your NFL MVP. Now, for Offensive Player of the Year, who do you guys have?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go JSN. Originally I had McCaffrey, but I think McCaffrey went down a little. Not downward spiral. Just like teams found a way to contain him a little bit towards the end of the season. And while JSN, on the other hand, every game that he's played ever since, man. He had that 10 catch, 153 receiving yard game against the Rams. He leads the league and I think receiving yardage. I have to double check, but he's just been outstanding in like his third year, man. He's been great. He's been everything that you want Seattle for what like Seattle wants. You traded away DK and you handed him the reins and this is your time now. This is like you're the guy. Like go prove it. And then what I'm saying, he did it. Like he absolutely bought out the season. 119 catches, 17, 93 receiving yards, 10 touchdowns. Like he absolutely went insane. Led the league in receiving yards, so I got that verified. And it's just like he's just a big playmaker, man. He can do anything you want. And I think the thing is with Clint Kubiak, he lined him up as a running back and he made him run a little scissor route. You know what I mean? Like Clint Kubiak's very creative with JSN, and even if you double team him or you like, Clint Kubiak is gonna find a way to get this kid the ball, and I think that's what's very important. And from like the stats wise and the film watching, like I honestly think he was arguably it's between him and Puka for best receiver in my opinion because Puka missed games, so like it's kind of tough. But I would still lean JSN just because he was healthy a full 17 game season and he just put up like Madden number stats. So I think I'm gonna lean towards JSN taking Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I'm right there with him. I'm taking JSN with it. Puka had a really great year. I think he led the league in receptions, but JSN got him in yards. But yeah, I'm gonna take JSN for this one. I just want to give an announcement. Bijan will be winning this award sometime in the near future.
I agree with
I,
that too. I also think Bijan's very due. I think once the team gets right, I think Bijan will definitely win Offensive Player of the
yes,
Year.
I can't wait. It's gonna be there because I won't lie. Like to me, offensive player of the year, like it can very easily end up being like a running back award when you got guys like Bijan and Christian McCaffrey. Because like you said, you mentioned Christian McCaffrey. He was like you said, he was very much up there in that position for a while. The Niners were living on everything McCaffrey was doing. Like
Yeah.
Mac Jones was out there, Brock Purdy was hurt, and McCaffrey was balling, and that was the main reason why they were still winning, along with just playing smart football. But past that, yeah, the only reason I don't put McCaffrey here is because I think he will win another award that we'll probably talk about later. So, but for right now, yeah, JSN's here.
Yeah. I have to agree with Justin. I think McCaffrey was the lead for this award for a very long time. Then at the end, things just started to slow down for him, and I do believe he will win an award for that night, but it won't be this one. And I think that for what Jason did this season, there was a lot riding on Jason this season because people are like, okay, you were getting a lot of yards in the slot. Can you win on the outside? And this season, he's shown that he can win on the outside consistently, and he can be a number one target, and he can succeed at being a number one target. And I think he exceeded a lot of people's expectations this season for him, and he's helped his team have a Super Bowl appearance. And I think that for what JSN is to the Seahawks, is if you take away him from the Seahawks, I think you'll see a greater drop off from him leaving the Seahawks than probably arguably any other player in that position, the wide receiver position in their room. And I think that for what it is, Kubiak has done amazing things for Jason in his career, lining him up in a running back position, making him run a scissor route, uh, finding different variations of getting him open and just getting him the ball. I think it's simple as that. The Seahawks do a very good job at getting him the ball and letting him play make from there. And I think that's what makes this award so seamless to just be like, hey, Jason, you're offense player of the year. But
You
the next
also,
award, what?
I was about to say
What's
one quick thing. You gotta also like that. Cooper Cup. I think Cooper Cup did a lot of good things, like at least from a mental aspect with JSN with the mentoring too. You can't forget that also. I think Cooper Cup was a nice big sighting because you remember in 2021, Cooper Cup had like I think 145 catches and like he had like one of like the most insane receiver seasons ever. Like one of
yeah,
them
he
in
had time.
2021. So like I definitely think like Cooper Cup being there definitely helped JSN a lot, probably in terms of like route running, like just in terms of like just being like an NFL receiver. You know what I mean? When you have that veteran like that. So I think also don't forget that. I think that's a very key thing for Jason's development.
Nah, for sure. I'd say that's a big thing for them. Let's see. Defensive player of the year.
Oh, that's easy. Miles Garrett.
Yeah, this one's not a
Miles
question.
Garrett, the best edge I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, this one's
That man,
just not.
boy, that's a bad man, y'all.
Yeah,
Okay. So we all can agree Miles Garrett defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Okay.
That man can do it all.
20 sacks, like yeah, no, like, He
Okay,
Yeah, I
got it.
think that was a good clear throw.
yeah, that's clear cut.
Browns
And
defense was like the only part of their team that was like somewhat solid. Him and then the dude who's probably gonna win defensive rookie of the year, the linebacker. Like, yeah,
yeah,
that
Yeah, Carson. Yeah, Carson was a
uh,
dog.
okay, let's go. We all can agree that we all can agree that CMC is gonna win comeback player of the year, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I have to give super credit to CMC. I won't lie. I was one of those people. The way they were talking about his injury last year was like this man was never going to play again.
yeah.
Like
That Achilles
I
is it's nothing to play with. Achilles tendon, yeah, bro.
Yes, that's
Tendonitis,
something about
yeah,
his Achilles, and then it came out that it was something that was messing with his knee too. Like I felt like every month we heard new news about his injury, and it was never good. Like it was like
yeah,
I might not play again. The way that this injury's healing, he isn't healing right. Blah 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 blah. Like not only did I not think he was going to be able to like play this season or like play at least a majority of the season. I thought he was going to come back half if anything. Not only did I think that, the fact that he came back and balled to this level, like where you were truly on the offensive player of the year, like top 5 ranking, like that's ridiculous. Yeah. Comeback player of the year for sure. No one else on this list, I think, really deserves it. The closest one would be Dak, but I just
I don't even think. Yeah, I don't think that. Like
for you
McCaffrey,
to
bro.
not
McCaffrey had 100 catches in the season. Had 100 catches. He had like he had like 420 touches if you combine the carries and his receptions.
Jesus.
yeah, that's
Like that's what I said. He was literally their offense. Like you shut him down, you beat the Niners. It was literally that. That's like and that's what sucks about the Niners. They just need more weapons for their team because like you can't live like that. You can't live off McCaffrey saved me offense. You just can't do it.
bro. And
Mm,
I hate to say this, bro. Like Kittle been overrated to me, bro. Like the Niners have not been. They don't have another weapon because they think McCaffrey and Kittle's gonna be enough, and that's not it.
Yeah, and Ayuk messed him up pretty bad. Just gotta feel bad for him.
bro, Ayuk fried them.
Yeah,
Ayuk,
Ayuk.
what,
Yeah,
like
Ayuk.
once you start going on the podcast saying, "Oh yeah, I'll play with the Commanders. I'll play with the
Yeah, that's
Suns."
how you knew it was over, bro.
And
He was done.
it was like, bro, John Lynch reaching out, Kyle Shanahan reaching out, everybody reaching out. You not responding, bro. You might
Yeah,
not.
no.
Yeah. I think Ayuk. I don't know. He might retire. I don't know what he'll do, but he gonna
I
have.
don't know who wants that headache. That's a headache right there, man. Who would want that?
Uh, he gonna have a 1 year prove a deal, 2 mil or 5 mil, something like
No,
that.
it's true.
Yeah,
If
Like,
a team needing receiver needs some, yeah, I can see it, low key.
yeah, I can. But okay. Now we're on rookies of the year. Okay.
yep.
Shoot. Offensive rookie of the year.
I'm taking Tet, but I won't lie. In my personal opinion, this was kind of like the it was like the Heisman race. It was like who's left? Like, guys kept getting hurt. Like in my
Yeah,
opinion, part of the season it was so clearly Emeka Ibuka. Emeka Ibuka was running through everyone. Like it was not close, bro. It was so clearly him for like the first like 5 6 weeks of the season. Then he got hurt. The Bucks started falling off. He fell off. Tyler Shuck started off terrible. By the end of the season, he was up. It's like Jackson Dart was back and forth. If Jackson Dart played a full season, I think it was him for sure. Like if he played a full season, like if he started the season and he finished the season, like I think he would have got it. Like, but it's just these such weird, like all these weird situations. Guys kept getting hurt. Emeka started fire. Jackson Dart came in later, started playing well, got hurt and then fell off or whatever. Travion Henderson didn't really get to start the season because they weren't playing him. Tet is the only one who really got to play the entire season. So that
yeah.
is why,
So I
like,
agree.
so that's
I
why
was
he's
gonna
here.
say,
He's here. But I felt like this I guess race this season in offensive rookie of the year was kind of just who made it through. Like and Tet made it through.
yeah. In
Okay.
terms of consistency, I definitely agree. It was definitely Ted with the more consistent play. And I'm gonna go with Ted. I think Tech should win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But if I had a as a as a Giants fan, I would love Dart to win. I think Dart was the best rookie quarterback this season. This isn't biased. I'm actually being so serious. I think he was the best rookie quarterback this season. I
Nah,
would rank it Dart, then Ward, then Shut. But But I think Ted actually he rejuvenates this offense though. You can't lie. Like he's the wide receiver one now. Him and Bryce are gonna be the dual tandem in the NFC South. I think that the Panthers will be here to stay, especially as long as Ted and Bryce keep in that chemistry, they stay healthy. I think that the Panthers team could be a really good team. But like I said, Ted best rookie receiver in my opinion. It was in Mecca for like a good 9 weeks, and then Baker just like got hurt, and then Bucks off just like you said fell off a cliff. So
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? It's all about consistency, and I think Tat was the most consistent out of all the rookie players. Like you had Henderson, who he had a great game against Buffalo, but then like it's like I said, up and down. You got to have consistency, and I think Tat had the most consistency out of all the rookies on the offense side of the football.
Yeah. And I think Ted was the only one to make the playoffs, so that gives him an extra push too to for this award as well. And he showed up in that playoff game too. I
Hmm.
think for what Ted did this season, I think it was night and day from his pre-draft process because people were talking about Tech can't do this, Tech can't do that, and then he came into the league and he was doing things that people say he couldn't do. They say he wasn't good at separate. I seen Tech separate a couple times from a few guys. I seen Tech take over some games, but and he also became the clear number one wide receiver target for Bryce. And they said, Tech, you gotta go out there and show up today. And I think he handled the pressure very well in Carolina because there was a lot right on this season, especially for Bryce and like this whole team. And he came out and delivered, and I have to commend him for that. So I think that the offensive rookie of the year will go to Ted McMillan. Uh, Abuka, it was yours, bud. It was yours. Like
It really was.
Nah, it
clearly,
literally was in his hands, bro.
like people don't understand that week one to like eight run from Baker and Ibuka, boy, you thought they was the next quarterback
Massive.
wide receiver duo for the next 10 years,
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
still
but
are, but like man, his first 9 weeks
like
is great, and then just oh my gosh, it's like a downward spiral right after the Patriots game. It's just
Yep. Because
uh
Baker hurt, then Emeka got hurt, and it was after that it was cooked.
cook.
Yeah.
yeah, you got to feel for the kid, man. But he still bought out. He still had a great. I think him and Baker will definitely have like a JSN type emergence within the next 2 years. As long as their OC is predicate on getting him the football, I think they can. I can see them having like a low Darnold JSN type of like ascension in like a year or two.
A lot more room next year because Mike Evans and or Chris Godwin will be gone. Like if not both, at least one of them is going to be gone. So
Yeah,
easy.
I think Godwin would be
Yeah,
gone. No,
Yeah.
they both might be gone. Actually, Ugh, I think both might be.
Both, honestly, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
think both too.
yeah, but yeah, that's it.
Coach of the
Defensive
year.
rookie, defensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, then coach of the year,
Um,
James Pierce Jr.
Schlesinger is like he's gonna win it. Like I'm sorry, he ran up like almost 200 tackles as a rookie for the Browns. Like
Nah,
yeah,
I think no.
I
I
was
think I
gonna.
think I think it's James Pierce Jr. because he got
I
older
also thought it
skin.
was James Pierce Jr.
in my opinion, I want James. Like okay, are we going who we think's gonna win it or who we want to who I
I
think
who I who I think is going to win.
who I think is the defensive rookie of the year is James Pierce. Like
James
10 and a
Pierce.
half sacks in your rookie season is like, man, come on now. Like, that's crazy. Like,
Like y'all really had the Falcons. I ain't gonna lie for what Terry did for y'all, that GM Terry, bruh. This draft he hit. I'm not gonna lie, he hit.
thank you, thank you. And I'll talk about that another time probably, but like, bro, I don't lie. Getting rid of Terry Fontenot was stupid by the Falcons, in my opinion. In my opinion, like we probably drafted one of his best classes this year. James Pierce, Jalen Walker, Xavier Watts. What's the other
Billy
safety? I
Yeah, your
forget.
Billy
defense
Bowman.
is in. Your defense is gonna be nice. It's just you got to get the
Like,
offense right.
bro, what? Like he did a great job. Went out and got Divine Diablo. Like it didn't make sense to get rid of him, in my opinion. But I mean, the players are here now at least.
Yeah, facts. But I think it's gonna be James Pierce Jr. He had a lot of questions coming into the draft process too. People
He did,
questioning like his character. I'm like, bro,
which
that's
was
easy.
crazy. Because remember before the year, they were talking about he was like the
Number one.
consensus number one overall pick. Before
Yeah,
that,
for like 2 years. I remember the mocks.
here's James Pierce, bro. And then after the season happened, all of a sudden they were talking about he's a second, third round pick. And
Well,
then
yeah,
people,
because they were saying he was taking plays off because he knew he was NFL bound, so he was going like he wasn't putting his full like foot on the pedal. Basically, that
brother,
was why.
which
brother.
might be true,
I
but
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Hear me out. If I'm at Tennessee and you know you're not winning, cool, cool.
Yeah,
I'm
but like,
telling you, I'm cool. If I'm going league and folks got me first round, if I take a couple plays off, who cares?
what
The
did Jadavion
NIL
John
that
took off the whole
shit
year and
still gonna
still
clear,
he was
bro.
the number one pick. Like to me, it should have never been like that much of a question, bro. Like if James Pierce has shown you the talent that he could do these things in his first 3 years, but his only thing
yeah, two
is some
years, right?
in his final year, like bro, Jadavion literally sat for a whole year and went number one.
Bro,
Yeah,
Like
bro.
Jamar sat the COVID year, and then
He
he got
said
drafted.
no. He wasn't with the team. The team still let him use the facility. They was like, yeah, you can still use it, bro.
Yeah,
It's no bad
Jamar
blood.
sat out, and he got drafted like 4 or 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like that never made sense to me. That never made sense.
Yes,
And
bro.
then people acted like it was crazy whenever we gave the Rams our pick to trade back up. They're like, oh, they Falcons gave away their first round pick next year. I'm like, bro, I don't think this matters. I don't think y'all realize we just drafted 2 top pass rushers. Like
Yeah,
James,
very
Bro.
athletic,
bro.
Yes,
dynamic.
bro. And that's the thing. It's like here's my thing. Tennessee hasn't made an SEC championship since I've been alive. Like since I could like watch football and really dissect it, they haven't made nothing. And the thing is like the thing is you gotta think. The only teams like this was when he came out. So it was like the 12-team playoff just got introduced. They made a playoff, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. But before that, they was never making a 14 playoff. Their best chance was a couple years ago, and then Hendon Hooker towards this year. They got blown by Cyclone. Then they couldn't beat some other team. But that's neither here or there. But what I'm saying is, if I'm not a school, if I'm not a program like Ohio State, Georgia, let's say Alabama, or let's say like a upwards trending LSU, of Miami at that time, or even who else getting like a Michigan or something during that time.
Yeah,
But of course, I'm gonna see some plays off. And if my D line coach saying, James, you take a couple plays off, I'm gonna tell the scouts, listen to me, okay? Talent. At the end of the day, my talent's gonna make me reach the first round.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then as soon as I get to lead, that work ethic gonna come. Then all of a sudden, it's gonna match production, and our
That's
production
what was
shows.
like the first what? It was like the first like half of the season. Everyone got Jalen Walker was getting most of the sacks, but
Yeah,
James Pierce pressure rate was like insane. Like and
Yeah,
it was clear that like he was getting there, he just wasn't finishing. And they were all talking about oh the Falcons they drafted a blind spot, and then literally within like what 5-6 weeks, bro had 10.5 sacks. Like come on.
I would say like this race is definitely between. It's a tight knit between Carson, the Browns linebacker, and it is between him and James Pierce. Because thing is with Carson had 156 tackles as a linebacker. That's a lot of tackles, y'all. It's a
That's
lot
what
of
I
tackles.
said. That's what I was
A
saying.
lot of
Like
tackles.
who do I think they're gonna give it to? I think they're gonna give it to Carson. But
Yeah, I agree.
in my opinion, I think it should be James Pierce because I won't lie, bro. Like maybe I'm jaded because of what I've seen in the past, but I've seen plenty of linebackers that have run up 200 tackles on a
Oh, and
bad.
it's not even past. Yeah, it's not behind the lines. It's like I get it. I get it. I get it. I
Exactly, run
get
up
it.
200 tackles
Yeah,
on
I
a.
get it.
It means nothing. Like the team was.
Yeah, I get
You were
it.
problems. Paul Warlow is the number one guy I can give you. He was an old linebacker for the Falcons. 200 tackles for like 3 seasons straight, bro. He was terrible. He was not good. Like
Yeah.
he was running up insane amount of tackles because nobody else was doing it because the defense sucked.
Yeah.
Like the Browns, I'll say in a general sense, their defense doesn't suck, so I can't fully say that. But like one guy getting that many tackles usually isn't a great sign. Like, but I still give him credit for doing it.
Yeah,
no,
James.
bro.
I'll say that. I'll say one last thing. James Pierce. Is end of, I was his immersion at the end of the season is like should be like talked about though, because like it was like the first half he had no sack, he had a half a sack, and then like after the bye week, this kid just starts like going merging like what I'm saying, a sack
Literally,
per game. He ended the year with a 2 sack game against the Saints in the Bucks. Like the kid, yeah, the kid actually did ball. He hooped. He had a really great season to end the
yeah.
year off.
I think if he had started the season the same way, I think that's the only reason why he won't get this award. And that's what I was saying. Like back half of the season, dominated. Like he was
Yeah,
pressuring, and it's crazy because a lot of the pressures were the reason why Jalen Walker was getting sacks. He was pushing people into Jalen Walker. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I give Jalen Walker his credit. He was doing good too and making his own thing happen. But I don't lie, Pierce was balling.
Okay. I have the top 10 tackle leaders. Okay. Y'all let me know if they're a good linebacker. Jordan Brooks from Miami. He had 183.
See what I'm saying, bro? I'm not
Okay.
saying he's bad, but like, bro, Miami's
Okay.
Wait,
defense.
who? What's his
That's
name?
183
Jordan
tackles.
Brooks. Jordan Brooks.
I guess
I mean, he
He played at
averaged.
Seattle. He played at
solid. Yeah,
Seattle before.
Oh yeah, he's okay.
Okay.
yeah, solid.
Jack Campbell 176.
He's in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
actually
he,
solid.
he he's pretty good. He's solid. Yeah, he's solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devin White 174.
For the
Devin
Raiders,
White. Devin White's below average. He's not the Tampa Bay Devin White, so no.
yeah, nah. See, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying, bro. You can run up crazy tackles on a
Yeah.
team, bro. Like,
Okay, Cedric Gray, Tennessee, 164.
I don't know who that is.
not gonna lie, don't know him.
Okay, Bobby Wagner, 162.
Come on, bro. He's washed. Come on, bro. It's not Seattle, Bobby.
Not looking great over there. That defense sucks.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
Carson, rookie linebacker for Cleveland, 156.
I think he is solid. I think he is solid.
no
Like,
Carson's solid. Yeah, he does a lot for that Browns defense.
I'm not
Okay,
saying he's bad. I'm just saying that I
no,
don't
no,
want
no.
people to look at the numbers and be like, yeah, that's why he wins because he had this many tackles. I don't like. Please watch him because like having that many tackles doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, okay. Jameer Sherwood, Jets, 154.
No.
And
He's
then
a all right.
Nick Bolton, Kansas City,
Nick,
154.
Nick Bone was decent. He still is. He's still
Uh,
formidable.
Blake Blake Cashman, Minnesota, 144.
He was pretty good too. Yeah, Minnesota's defense. Yeah, they were doing some solid things over there, even though their offense sucked.
Okay, and the last one, Demario Davis,
Saints, yeah,
143.
he still got it in the tank. I
He's a
think
player.
too.
That's a player.
He
Yeah.
he was he was actually arguably one of the best linebackers for like a minute, and then he took like a little like hill, like a little steep down, and but then he's still like formidable. I think he's still serviceable.
And then Aluakon from Jaguars, he tied 143. And,
He was
and,
he was another guy who was doing that with the Falcons, running up almost 200 tackles in a year. And it was
yeah,
like
and
defense
then
terrible. Like
and then the last one who's tied Romell's got Bobby
Okereke,
Okay, yeah, correct.
Okereke also took like he was good 2 years ago. He also took like a little downhill, like in terms of like production. I don't think he's as good as he used to be, but he's still a little serviceable. Not worth the money though. I think we're gonna cut him too, so he was okay.
Yeah, those are the leading tacklers, and I think we said 3 or 4 of them were actually decent.
Yeah. It's all like literally like tackles sometimes, man. It's just like they're always if it's not behind the line of scrimmage, that's why TFLs matter because you gotta look at the TFLs. But like sometimes like the tackles are like 1 to 3 yards up the line of scrimmage. It's never really like behind most of the time.
mhm.
But
one of the
but then sometimes, some tackles are like great tackles in terms of like stopping a touchdown or like, you know what I'm saying, you stop a big run. So it all depends on like the film of like what you watch though. But I will say Carson's a very versatile, very dynamic. You can tell like he's like him and Miles are like them.
yeah
Oh, and Denzel Ward. Those are
yeah
like the guys.
Oh,
because
then
I
the
think
one,
last
boy.
year he contributed in other ways. He was getting a few TFLs. He was I think he had like I want to say it was like around 10 TFLs or something like that. He was getting TFLs. He did get a few sacks. If I remember right, he had a couple picks or something like so he was
Yeah.
contributing in other
He was
ways.
all over the field.
All
Yeah.
right. Let's do
Coach
coach
of
of
the
the
year.
year, coach of the year, and then we'll go ahead Super Bowl.
I think
So
it's boy Mike McDonald. And I will say I do think
Mm,
Vrabel is a really good choice. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's between those two. Like Vrabel is way up there as a choice. I think the only reason he doesn't get it is because he got it before, if I remember right, with the Titans. But Like I do think Mike McDonald, like coming in and turning around the Seahawks from what they looked like from last year, that is kind of crazy. Like they did not look good last year, bro. So it's like turning around a team like that to get them to the Super Bowl is like that's I give that a lot of credit. Like the Patriots did look like they were trending upwards. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they were to be, not saying I expected them to be this good this season. Like I don't think anybody did except for maybe crazy Pats fans. But like I'll
Oh,
say
actually,
that.
no. I picked them to go to the wild card. I had them go to the playoffs. I
Yeah,
did.
me
I
too.
had them like squeaking in though, like barely. I
Yeah,
didn't think them going this far.
Yeah,
So
see,
nah,
if I was record predicting, to me they were like 9-8, 8-9. Like I didn't think they were gonna
yeah.
be like
yeah,
so. I'm yeah. I give Vrabel his credit and everything, but like I said, they did look like they were on the upward trend. So I give a little bit more credit to Mike McDonald. I didn't think the Seahawks would do anything this year. Like I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, bro,
So
chill.
I'm gonna go Vrabel just only because of this how fast the rebuild was. Like this rebuild happened very quickly. I had like this is a team that won 8 games within 2 years. Like this is like a team. This is a franchise that was like as an amazing as this franchise has been half my life, man. I never seen a Patriots team like franchise be this like down bad the last 2 years in a row. So and then just like the fact that Vrabel came in, changed the culture again. He brought back not Belichick type of a like you know what I'm saying structure, but he brought like very like players coach. You know what I'm saying? All the players love him. Very like the staff loves him. You can tell like there's a lot of love within that franchise right now, and Vrabel has changed that culture and changed that franchise back to like to the greatest that it was. So I'm gonna lean Vrabel. And also, even though he did win Coach of the Year, which I don't think that's an indictment on him that he won it before. I think it's a good thing because it shows that like he can change a franchise within like that. So I think that this is I think he would definitely win the Coach of the Year tomorrow. Well deserved too. Not that McDonald doesn't deserve it. I think McDonald is a good coach too. But I didn't think that like they won 10 games last year. They were just the reason the Seahawks didn't get in last year was because the NFC was so packed last season. It was so packed.
Yeah.
So I
I,
think so. I don't know.
I
I think McDonald is like second on my list, second or third on my Coach of the Year list, and then I'll go Vrabel one. Just because
yeah.
based off how fast this rebuild has been. Because
Yeah,
like I said, 8 wins in 2 years to third to like you know what I'm saying to 14. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
yeah,
crazy.
okay.
14
Uh,
wins was nothing I expected. But I think they're
Yeah. In the
two different.
year.
Like Mike McDonald is a tactician. Like he is so smart, scheme wise and sound like tactile wise. Like I think Cliff Kubiak gets a lot of credit and everything, but I do think that Mike McDonald is someone who also has his hands on that offense and helping them do what they do and everything like that. So like as a tactician, like I think Mike McDonald is up there. Mike Vrabel is up there because he is so good at motivating his guys to play better than they are, playing smart and then playing so much like hungrier, I guess is the best way I could say it. Because it was the same way with the Titans. Like the Titans as a roster were not an insanely good team. It was Derrick Henry and defense. Like, but they
Yeah.
had to play better than what they were because they believed and they played for Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's the only reason Stephon Diggs is over there right now. I won't lie. Like, or one of the biggest reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
if they didn't have Vrabel, I don't think Diggs goes over there. And Diggs even said that. Like, I loved what they had in place, the coach, the quarterback. Like, this is the reason why I'm here. So Vrabel is, yeah, like you said, he's really good at getting his guys to be better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just turning a franchise around because he comes in and he motivates you to be better.
yeah, fast. So I just looked at the finalists. It was Liam Cohen, uh,
Cohen's a good choice too. He did good.
Ben Johnson did good too. Not gonna lie, he turned that
Yeah. Ben
around.
Johnson did good too. Ben was pretty good.
Yeah.
Mike
Changed brought the
McDonald,
Bears to the first playoffs
Braves,
in a decade.
boy, what? And he got them win.
Yeah.
Braves, and then who else? Yeah, and Kyle Shanahan with the injuries. Oh gosh.
Yeah, like the choices are tough, but I think it is clear cutthroat, man. Like Vrabel,
Yeah,
listen, 14 wins in this franchise,
yeah,
8 wins in 2 years. Like I think it's as much as those choices are good, like that. guys, 14 wins, and then you change this this franchise from 8 to 14 in like 6 months. Like, come on, that is
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie and hear me out. And the crazy thing is, in my opinion, not gonna lie, if Ben Johnson would have got the Bears to a conference championship, I would have said Ben Johnson. Not gonna lie,
that's fair.
but
Really?
because the way he turned around Chicago, he made Caleb Williams look like a really good quarterback. Made him lock in. Still got some things to work on, but made him lock in. And the offense was humming, and the defense played bend don't break defense, but they showed up at big moments. But what it is, Mike McDonald was given a better situation than Vrabel, and Vrabel came in and had to like change everything around. Like he was like, okay, we're gonna start in the trenches. Sign Milton Williams. People thought he overpaid for Milton Williams, brother. Milton Williams has arguably been the best defensive lineman this playoff run. Uh, then you already got Gonzo. You sign Carson Davis. You get guys who are proven veterans who want to come and play for Braves. They didn't buy into the Patriot way until Braves came in and put his own and still on it. And I think that's what made it so special. And then if we look at the offense is not the best offense in the world. Let's call it that. Let's call it spade a spade. The offense is not the best in the world. But for what he's done and made them commit to the ground game with Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson and let Drake cook from there, from play actions, from rollouts, and all these other things. I think that for what it is, Braves deserves to win it more than McDonald. And this comes from a Seahawks fan. But McDonald, if he wins, I feel like McDonald, for what it is, I think his goal wasn't to never win a coach there. I think his goal was to come in and win a Super Bowl. And I think that for what it is, even though Braves has already won, I think you got to give it to Braves again. Not gonna lie, like I think you
I
got
agree.
to, but it's like I can see why McDonald can win 100%. McDonald has rejuvenated a lot of careers along that team, but for what it is, Vrabel, he got. I think Stephon Diggs is a 1,000 yard receiver, and no
Yeah,
one would have thought that. Nobody.
I
He
think it's
got
like a
Drake May
thousand
and
and
some
thirteen though.
props.
It's like he barely got it by like a
Hey
crumb.
brother, hey brother, you
He
know
still
how
was a
you know
thousand receiver.
like like and the thing is people don't understand how hard it is to get 1,000 yards in the league nowadays. Like no
Yeah, it
funny.
is.
Like it's hard to do it. And I think that from what Stephon Diggs had to go through this season and like from last season to this season, I gotta give it a Braves, bro. No cap. Braves got fired. Like, let's keep it that. Braves got fired. Uh McDonald's moved up in the food chain.
He
Mm,
promoted.
Yeah, so Braves
yeah,
went from
man.
fire to now the Super Bowl. Come on, bro. But now, Super Bowl. Um, give me three keys to the game, and then we can do impact players, and then we can go predictions.
Give me three.
So
For
three.
which team?
Both.
All right, so three keys for Seattle. I'm gonna say this. Run the ball with K9. I think you gotta dominate time of possession. Another key to the game. Dial up some blitzes. Don't be afraid to get in Drake May's face. Like this is still a young quarterback, still developing, second year. Do not be afraid to get in that kid's face and send seven. Do not be scared. You got the corners to play man. You have Weatherspoon, you got Tyreek, you got Nick back there. You have corners and DBs that can play man coverage. Do not be scared to take a shot and at least send six on some downs. Don't be afraid. If I'm McDonald, don't be scared. And the third one, obviously, get Jason the ball. That simple. Get the best receiver who probably will be offensive player of the year. Give that kid the football no matter what. Give him in any get him in a bunch formation. Get him out of the running back position. Just find ways to get that kid the football, and you will win this game. For New England, pretty cutthroat for them too. Also, I think they got to run the football pretty good. You have Henderson, you have Stevenson. I think Henderson. I think Henderson's actually a guy that will be on my radar. He's been a little quiet as of late, but I think he's very due to explode. Last in his senior year in Ohio State, Texas game, he exploded with a little screen touchdown. So I think this kid is very good in these championship type atmospheres. Number two for New England. find a way to create turnovers. Darnold hasn't turned the ball over, I think, yet this playoffs. He's been playing very game manager like. So you have to find a way to get him very rattled. I think Millen Williams is the key for their D line. Carlton Davis Gonzo. And if I'm doing, don't be afraid to play also man coverage too. Like, even though JSN is there, you have Shaheed. Do not be afraid to mix some coverages up, dial up some blitzes, get Darnold off his feet. And finally, I would say don't put the okay. I don't want to say don't put the ball in Drake's hands because he's a good quarter, but like he's still young. He's developing. You cannot. Like, I don't want you to like. Don't give too much to this kid. Like, don't put too much on his shoulders. Basically, is what I'm saying. You don't want him to make a costly mistake.
Oh yeah, we got him. We got him. We got him. We got him.
I'm gonna lie, I'm gonna
Got him.
lie. What I was gonna say, bro, like, bro, my things for the I guess from what I could see, it looks like the only times the Seahawks lose are there's usually three factors. Their run game isn't working. They turn over the ball one or more times, and they allow not a thousand. They allow a receiver to go crazy. They allow 100-yard receiver. They've only lost 3 games, and in all 3 of those games, you can see that is constant in every single one of them. Ricky Pearsall ran up 100. They turned over the ball 2 times, couldn't run it. Like same thing when they played the Rams. Puka ran up 75. They turned over the ball late, lost. Like, and then same with the Buccaneers. Who was it? Emeka Buka ran up 100-something yards, turned over the ball late, couldn't run it. Like, so if we're looking at that recipe, I guess those are my 3 keys to the game for the Patriots. Run the ball. I mean, stop the run for the Seahawks. Find a way to slow down Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet in that attack. You know what I'm saying? Put the game more on Sam Darnold's shoulders, and kind of like you said, force them into a turnover. You have to make them turn over that ball. Like if you can make them turn over that ball and give your offense extra chances, that's everything. Because like we said, Patriots offense isn't world beater. We know that they're not super dominant. So possession and the amount of possessions and the time of possession is so important. The less that you can allow that Seahawks offense on the field, the better chance you have of winning because that Seahawks offense is killer. So I would say stopping the run because that way you can stop them from just running out the clock, creating turnovers, and get Stephon the ball somehow. You have to finesse a way for Stephon to be a big time player. Him or any of the Demario Douglas, anyone. One of those receivers has to go off. And I hate to say it, like Seahawks, you can see. I won't say that's a weak part of their team, but if you were saying the weakest part of their team would be the DBs. Those DBs, at times, where you were talking about man coverage, I don't like that for the Seahawks. I do not like that for the Seahawks. Because if Stephon gets a chance to like really use his veteran savvy against some of those Seahawks DBs, I think he can run up the 100 yards that they need. Like, but
That's why would you Jonathan, would you put Witherspoon on Diggs or would you put Tyreek on Diggs? You put Witherspoon on Diggs, right?
Greek.
You put Woolen?
Mm.
Woolen's a better outside corner than Spoon.
Woolen likes to take chances though.
Yeah, but I think they're probably gonna put Diggs in the slot. But you think McDaniels might put him there? That's why I would assume
Spoon then Spoon. I think for what it is, not gonna lie, I'll say I want Spoon to switch up. If he's in the slot lot, I want Spoon to switch it up. Like, okay, you could play off sometimes, but I want you like don't be scared of like Diggs. Like press him a little bit. Like make sure you're physically at the top of his route.
In my opinion, double him. I'm not too scared of anyone else on the Patriots offense receiver wise.
No, I'm not doubling no because Boutte. No,
I ain't gonna lie. We in the league.
Boutte.
Like,
I think Boutte has proven that he can definitely
he can get off.
make some things happen. Yeah, Boutte, Kyle Williams, Demario Douglas. I wouldn't say double.
Oh, guys, though, you have coverage over the top. I'm not scared of them. I think you can cover over the double Diggs. Like, but well, we gotta see.
Are you forgetting about Hunter Henry? Are you forgetting about Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry too. Yeah, shit.
And they do throw to the running backs, but it would take them to do that very well. Like, Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like, but yeah, for the Patriots, my three keys to the game for them. I hate to say it, bro, but like just like Romell said, let Drake May stand back there with the ball in his hands too much. We saw what happened with the man was turning over the ball just as much as CJ Stroud. If they hadn't lost, all that slander that we gave to CJ Stroud will be going to Drake May right now. Like he turned over the ball just as much. He was putting that thing on the ground. Was he throwing picks? No, he was fumbling. He was fumbling. And he's had that, I won't say a problem all season long, but like he has shown that
Yeah, it's a
he will
pattern.
fumble. Yeah, exactly. He will
It's a
fumble.
pattern.
Um, for the Patriots, I mean, for the Seahawks, the thing is for them, for me, I mean, I already gave my Patriots keys to the game. I forgot. Seahawks for them, get to Drake May and pass rush him, make him fumble. You know what I'm saying? Make him drop that ball, take him out of this game. You know what I'm saying? Make it so that they have to be a running team because Seahawks, their best part of their defense is running. Like they can stop the run quite well, in my opinion. Um, Past that, you have to figure out a way to run the ball. You have to be dominant in that run game. Switching up with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, keeping them on the field, just like I said, like my keys to the game for the Seahawks are literally almost the exact opposite as what I gave for the Patriots. You have to dominate time of possession. You cannot allow the Patriots to keep getting on the field and keep getting chances, everything. You have the better offense, so keep the ball more. You know what I'm saying? And most likely you will win. Um, and on the defensive side, locate Stephon Diggs. Like, do not let Diggs do whatever. Like, I'm not saying he's the world beater. Like, he hasn't shown like anything super crazy this playoffs that makes you very scared. But I think that's why it's sneaky. Like, he might come in this game feeling like he's on one in the offense running different plays and stuff like that. So keep an eye on Diggs, be able to run the ball and get to Drake May. Those are my three for the Seahawks for me.
Okay, me. Uh, Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold has to show up this game for sure because the Patriots are a top five rush defense. So they're gonna try and stop whatever you got going with K9 and whatever you do in the run game. So Sam Darnold has to come out and make some big time throws in the pass game. Two, Rashid Shaheed has been the start of all the good things that have happened for Seattle. 49ers kickoff return. Rams game, 53 or 51-yard pass, deep pass. So it's like we've seen these things happen. Shaheed has been the recipient of it. And I think Shaheed needs to be more involved moving forward in this game because our eyes will be on JSN. Let's keep it a stat. JSN will get doubled this game. And I think that for what it is that Shaheed has to get going, or someone in the past, someone other than JSN has to get things going. Cooper Cup has shown flashes at times, but I think Shaheed is your guy to get things going in that way. Um, Defensively, make things hard for Drake May. I think if you make things difficult for Drake May, good things will happen. Whether that can be a forced fumble out of a sack or a costly interception. I think just making things harder for him will do good. But for the Patriots, I'll say time of possession. You don't want to give Seattle's offense the ball as much as other teams have because this Seattle offense has been humming. Clint Kubiak has been calling up plays left and right throughout this playoff run. I think time of possession will be key for you guys. Also, your defensive line. Your defensive line has been one of the best, if not the best, performing defensive line so far this postseason. I think that if your defensive line can get things going, they can cause and create havoc. I think that this will be a very winnable game for the Patriots. And another thing, y'all saying don't let Drake May sit back there and make turnovers, but I think it comes down to quarterback play for the Patriots because both defenses they harp on making teams one dimensional, and that's passing the football. And I think that for what it is, the Seahawks will live and die by saying Drake May threw 40 passes and we gonna live with that. Whatever happens, happens. Rather than we let Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson go for 200 against us.
For sure.
So I think for what it is, Vrabel wants to run the football, but he knows if he cannot, he's gonna tell Josh McDaniels, hey, get Drake May ready for this moment, and he has to meet the moment. Because if Drake May does not meet the moment, then the talks of Drake May would be like, okay, he won them this game, but how did he perform? Okay, he didn't perform well. So let's see next playoff run, if they make it, how will he perform? And that's how we assess how good of a quarterback he is. Because right now, I could see him still being a game manager, but the way some Patriot fans are talking about Drake May, I have to see him perform very well in the Super Bowl and moving forward along his postseason career. Because if you guys want to say he's Drake Brady and all this other stuff, brother, he has to show me a game where he completely took over. And not one game this postseason, he's completely taken over. So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, those are my keys for the Patriots and the Seahawks.
Drake May to me is he's really good in off schedule moments. Like that is where I feel like he could beat the Seahawks the most. Like y'all pass rush get in there and then he shoots out the back end and he runs for 15 yards and picks up a first or something like that. Or
Yeah.
he scrambles and then guys get open. I think
Mhm.
that is where Drake May gets scary. Is like after you kind of put him under that pressure and he might decide to move around and stuff like that. His off schedule stuff is that is where the Patriots offense, I won't say like thrive, but is where they get kind of like dangerous. Like you don't know
Yeah.
what can happen after that.
Okay. Um, let's do impact players. Just give me three impact players to watch out for. And
Both teams.
yeah,
Patriots. I got Stephon Diggs. Obviously Drake May, and on defense side of the ball, I have Millen Williams or Christian Gonzalez. Seattle. I have Sam Darnold. I have Devin Witherspoon, and then I also have Kenneth Walker. I have Kenneth Walker over JSN just because we have to see how he does in the rush defense with the Patriots.
mm,
Yeah, for the Pats, I'm with him. I'm gonna go Gonzo and Diggs for the reason I said Gonzo's gonna have to cover JSN or at least for wherever he's lined up. I don't know if Gonzo's gonna be shadowing him across the field because Clint Kubiak's a maniac, but like, but he will be important for the times that he is against him. But other than that, on the other side of the ball, Diggs and of course Drake May. Drake May, like I said, he just can't turn over the ball. Like that's so important. You cannot put that ball on the ground.
Both QBs have to play very, very not soft, but not too risky type of play for this game, in my opinion.
Turnovers is going to probably be the thing that decides this game. I mean, we know
Yeah, I
that in
agree.
football,
It will.
how it is,
Mm.
but like I said, like that seems like when Seahawks usually lose, it's because they turn over the ball more than once. Like,
mm,
and on the Seahawks side, if I'm giving three players, of course, JSN is up there. I actually don't think Sam Darnold is a top three in terms of importance, in my opinion. Like, because I do think, like I said, that offense is so good, and this kind of goes into what I was telling y'all before. I think the biggest battle is really between Clint Kubiak and Terrell Williams, the defensive coordinator for the Patriots and the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. So I'm actually going to go a different route. I'm going to say JSN. Clint Kubiak is probably one of the most important people, even though he's not a player. And
okay.
then on the defensive side, I would say, I guess, Woolen slash the DBs of the Seahawks. Like, you
Okay.
can't let Diggs go crazy.
All right. Patriots. Diggs. Another pick outside of Gonzo, Carlton Davis. I think we all know what we're going to expect out of Gonzo, but I think Carlton Davis. I think teams try to pick on him more than anything because they know Gonzo's a top five corner, so they're gonna
Yeah.
pick on the guy on the other side. And I think how he holds up will be very key in this game. And offensive side, y'all said I'll go Will Campbell because he's
I have an
protecting.
honorable mention. Will Campbell's important, though. Yeah.
I said Will Campbell because Variable has already discussed and media like, yeah, he hasn't played the best, but at the same time he's our guy for that position. But one thing he wants Will Campbell to keep doing is, can you wake up the next week and go at it again? And that's gonna be one of the key things. Like, can he go at it again? Can he sustain 4 quarters of that? Because I know for what this defense is, they will send blitzes towards his side and make him think of who he has to block and make him think more than usual. So that's gonna be another thing. Seahawks. Rashid Shaheed. I think Rashid Shaheed, whether special teams, offensively, he's got to get involved. He's got to touch the ball because whenever he touches the football, good things happen. I think Sam Darnold is very important in this game. I think if he just knows to manage the game, not turn the ball over, and play good football, I think he will be good. Who's another one? Oh, yeah, I didn't say it. Nick Imwari. I think he's the he's the energy booster for this defense. I think whenever he makes plays, the defense starts to rally around each other and get things going. I think that he will have the task to guard Hunter Henry, and even guard some wide receivers at times. And I think if he can hold up against those wide receivers, I think it'll be a very good day for the Seahawks. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a player. Yeah, you're right. We did not talk about him, and he's up there in what the defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year awards, all that other stuff. So it's like, yeah, he's gonna be really important too. Like I think that's one player we kind of slept on there, except for you, Jonathan, you know ball. But my honorable mention for Pats is Travion Henderson. I think he could possibly have a type of Kadarius Tony on the cheese type of game. Like if this man comes out and he starts returning crazy or big plays, that could really break the game for the Seahawks. So
No,
he would be my honorable mention of like a sneaky like watch out.
Yeah, my honorable mention was for Seattle. I was gonna say Nick Minari as my as my H&M, and then New England. I would say either I would give it. I would say Boutte or I'd go Henderson, Boutte or Henderson because Diggs might be, like you said, getting doubled, and then What if Stevenson isn't producing as well? You're gonna have to go after Henderson and Butte. So I think those are like my H&Ms for New England, and then Seattle. My H&M Imanari or actually I'm gonna say Demarcus Lawrence
Okay.
for pass rush. We're gonna see Demarcus Lawrence versus Will Campbell. We're gonna have to see how Will Campbell fares against Demarcus Lawrence.
Mm, okay. Mm, okay. Score prediction.
Score
See?
predictions. I have Seattle win. I think Seattle will get the revenge from the 2015, 2014 debacle with Malcolm Butler picking it off at the goal line. I think Seattle gets their revenge back. I'm gonna say 20. I think it's gonna be very close. I have it being a field goal by a field goal. I'm gonna say Seattle 27, New England 24.
Okay.
It's not crazy. I have a feeling we're about to clean sweep the Seahawks, so you already know what that means. Pats are gonna win. But I'm also choosing the Seahawks. Like this is gonna get silly. Jonathan, don't pick the Pats just cuz, bro. Like don't do it to just try to reverse bad juju. I don't want to hear that.
It wasn't the SEC championship.
I don't want to hear that, bro. Okay, you know the real Seahawks. I'm taking Seahawks. If there was to be a blowout, it would be the Seahawks way. Like if this game gets out of hand, it's gonna be because the Seahawks put up 40 and the Patriots turn over the ball multiple times and put up maybe 20. Like,
Yeah,
but I think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be respectable, but I do think it will be. I don't think it will be a 3 point game. I think it will be 7-10. So I'm gonna say Seahawks. I got them getting 25 or 24, and then I'm gonna go Patriots 14.
Okay. I'm going Seattle 27-20. I think we get the revenge. I think Mike McDonald transcends to top five coaches talk after this season. So uh that's my pick. Those are our
Not
picks.
ridiculous.
Guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Doses.